So, given that the weather's cooperating and it's sunny, because right now there's a few clouds, it's not overcast. This is what it's been like here every day. Not people like too busy. You see a couple people out on the beach or whatever. I can guarantee almost everyone from this hotel, they're in the private adult pool. It was packed yesterday when we went. Like there was literally nowhere for us to sit, which sucks. We went there the day before, but I hardly ever see anybody specifically in this pool. I'm not even sure why, or which hotel it's supposed to be matched to, or whatever. Let's see all the little ants walking along and going to and fro here and there. Oh, there's the adult pool, all part of it. There's nobody there right now though. It's pretty early still, 10 o'clock in the morning. Around 2ish, it's going to be busy. And around, I'll say 6 o'clock-ish, everything will take on a pinkish hue. It's weird. It'll be the biggest partially the sun's angle, but also the buildings. But yeah, I kind of want to know what's on those little islands. Probably nothing. Like preserves or something, wildlife preserves. Crazily enough, this is what today is Monday. So let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We've only got one more full day besides today, and a half day tomorrow. And I've only been to the beach once. I thought I was going to be on the beach every day, but it's a hassle because sand. With the beach comes sand, but it's pretty, very clean. There's tons of little shells and stuff on the beach. The only thing is, if you're gonna collect shells, you gotta be careful not to get the spiral ones, because those definitely won't make it through customs. For whatever reason, if you dock in the Bahamas, or if you're, like a vacationer, like on land, they're not allowed to leave with shells. That's the spiral kind. The shells that could possibly have something living in it, basically. But I think there's probably two reasons for that. Because it's protecting the wildlife, I guess, in a way. And then also, if they die, like on board something, that could be bad. That could be bad. And a lot of the food here is based upon sea life, so you need to have, if they don't make it out of animal babyhood, then they'll never grow into adults to be eaten and reproduce and then be eaten. Pretty soon we're gonna go walking around here. Yeah, I think that's so pretty. It's so very green, but I haven't seen any sprinklers, but rains here a lot, which is cool. That's why it's so muggy and I can't wear a braid out. So, and then there's that in the distance. It's a I think it's called the Marina Village, but it's still the same island or whatever, and you can get to it by there's lots of little like included little buses that you can catch to take you over there or whatever. But it's hard to tell which one goes where, so you have to ask the driver every time. As we're at the cove, and it says, like, you might see a bus that says a cove, or, well, say another hotel. Let's say you're over there somewhere, and the bus comes up and it has Cove on the side, it might not actually be coming back here. So it's weird. Uh, but yeah, we've been to the Marina Village quite a few times actually. And the weather right now, oh my gosh, just perfect. Except for the humidity, which is a given because of all the water. Mm, yeah, there's little odd things. Well, not odd things. Like there's big differences between being here and like let's say being somewhere warm in the States. Like for instance, so far every bottled or canned anything I've drank here was bottled here in the Bahamas, and it like the Sprite doesn't taste like Sprite at all. It tastes more like watered down Sierra Mist. The Coke cans say I think not original recipe, but something along those lines. And it's pretty good. I like it better than the Coke at home because I'm not a Coke drinker. I drink cherry Coke. Um, let's see. But the food in general is really good. We went to an Italian restaurant last night, and which is odd going to any restaurant here that's like I won't say regional specific, but if you go to a Chinese restaurant, if you go to an Italian restaurant, if you go to a Mexican style restaurant, all the employees are black, which I'm not complaining about. It's just weird. It's straight weird. But the food at the Italian restaurant was so freaking good. Only thing is, at the Chinese restaurant, I didn't really like the food there. But I think that was because I tried something that I hadn't eaten stateside anyway, and I'm fairly certain it tastes the same. The lasagna was awesome, and it's been a long time since I went to a restaurant, and I love the lasagna, and I loved it. Let's see, one of the other restaurants we went to was the Italian restaurant. It's called Casa D'Angelo, and it was in what is that called? It was like, oh shoot, what is the name of that place? I can't remember. But they have lots of shops and stuff in that building. I think it's like almost like a convention center type place, because there are like 2 or 3 ballrooms in there, and I think that's also where the casino was. One of the casinos was where we walked through, because this place is huge. It's huge, but it's not. It's a city basically, a big party city on an island. That's pretty accurate. And we haven't visited downtown. I don't know. I kind of don't want to. I've been doing enough walking. Like, my feet hurt so bad the first and the second day. The first day is because, let's see, went to the airport. Oh, that's not good. So, went to the airport. We were there really early. We were there like 3 hours early. Like 2.5, 3 hours early because transportation issues. It's, getting an Uber at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning probably would have been kind of hard. Maybe not 3 o'clock so much before. But, yeah, we were there like 3 hours early, 2.5 hours early, and then, we waited not that long, and we did like the self check-in thing. It's a self bag check or whatever it's called. Did that, and And we went through all these ramps and stuff, and security had to take our shoes and jackets and all that stuff off and everything out of your pockets. And then we boarded a very small plane. uh, like, not the plane itself probably wasn't small, but the interior, the way it was designed, the body of it was, because the wingspan looked like a typical wingspan of a what do you call that? I don't even know. Anyway, I guess of a standard traveler's plane or whatever you call it. And then but like when you walked in, I had a duck. I'm not tall. I had a duck to get into the plane. And then like they took our checked baggage because they didn't have the room for your all the checked baggage to go on the upper little compartments. And I think there was only compartments on like one side of the plane, and the compartments like went over the aisle too. That's how small it was. And there was only like 3 seats across, so there was like the single seater, the aisle, and then 2 seats. And yeah, it was kind of cramped. And then we went to Miami, and like a lot of the airport was like open air. Like they had roofs but no walls on a lot of the building, and it was confusing the way they did stuff there. So we ended up having to take 3 or 4 escalators and 2 trams just to get to make our flight. And then we got here, and I go through customs and all that good stuff. And that was confusing too. Everything's confusing, I guess, when you do it the first time. And we got shuttle. That's what they are. Those little shuttle buses. That's what they call them. And now what are we doing? Are we gonna walk around or no?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. So he's gonna check the map and decide where we're gonna go, because we've been here, there, and everywhere, exploring a little bit. And yeah, maybe I'll do another video later.